Okay, so I think, at least for now, unless we find out that I need the Kineret during the day, um, I have. I don't know how I'm managing this all. I really don't. So I have Forteo to rebuild the bone in my back and anywhere else, because there was a question of stress fractures in my legs and my feet from when I fell, and I was waiting for the PET scan for those results because Forteo has the habit of going to wherever it's needed, and I was really getting bone pain there. So Forteo is daily, subcutaneously. It goes into my thighs. I literally had to map out my body because it's a question of Durkheim's too. So, trying to go around any, you know, lipomas and not create, any further ones would be nice. Definitely get worse with inflammation. Hold on. Well, that was just awful. Just want to put my sparkling up. So I did that. So that's thighs. Dupixents are the back of my arms, which you're really not supposed to administer to yourself on the back of your arms because it's not exactly easy. But hypermobility for the wind, and it's definitely 2 weeks, so that one's not so bad. The Ozempic is weekly, and from everything I've learned from the peptide people, the peptide guys on YouTube, some of them, a couple of the doctors that I really follow that talk about the science, I got to try to really avoid any of the lumps and bumps with that one to work properly. So that one's stomach, and that's once a week right now. I may eventually have to go up to twice a week, even though I will say the 0.5 dose does not seem to be wearing off towards the end of the week. So far, knock on wood. And then the Kineret is daily, at least. Right now it's daily. I'm hoping it can stay daily. It only has a half-life of like 4 to 6 hours, but it's the only IL-1 that crosses the blood-brain barrier. And we really don't want to do a jack because we don't want to wipe out my immune system because we already have issues there. So, because even if I was to take care of some of the neuro stuff, with the Kineret, I would still need IVIG even at maintenance dosage for the rest of the neuro stuff and for the GI stuff and for the immune deficiency. So, yeah, there's that too. There is some talk of possibly trying Prangata at some point, but I'm not ready. Number one, I'm not able to be out of the house that much. That would just stop me from going to appointments. Well, once every 3 months, but right now I have appointments straight out to October, so I may have to figure that one out another time. The neurologist I go to doesn't really like Prangata with IVIG. He feels like it works against each other. But it's a little different for me because I'm immunocompromised. And COVID tries to kill me every time I get it. So, and I can't get the vaccine right now because the only one I can take is Novavax. And it's not going to be available till the fall. So, fun times. I was supposed to get shingles and COVID vaccine before starting Kineret, but that has not happened because quite honestly I do not want to go into a stretcher transport into CVS to go get a vaccine, and you can't get most vaccines at your doctor's office anymore, especially under Medicare. Tell me how that makes sense. And then I have IV fluids 3 times a week. And then I have IVIG for 8 hours once a week. So I wonder at what point am I going to get print out for me to... In case you're wondering, I'm already there. I'm already there. But if this is the miracle that it's supposed to be, and it helps me, and it helps me get out of these four walls, I will be so bloody thankful. So, here's hoping. And looking at you, Kineret. Bitch, you better work. This is a beautiful background. And maybe, if Kineret works, one day I will make it back to the beach again.